Frets are one of the first thing that you see when you look at a guitar. I mean, yes, you look at the top and it's beautiful, generally. This one's kind of gross. When you see frets like this, I gotta get in there and clean it. So, you should too. Let's explore the different levels of fret cleaning that you can do at home to make your guitar look tip-top. The first level, you should wipe it off every time that you're done playing. Just a little bit of a rag, close enough, and I'll show you how to do that. You want to start with just like a regular microfiber or terry cloth towel. Every time you play, and this is a little bit far gone, but you can start by cleaning your fingerboard just by rubbing it, and you can see that the tarnish is actually starting to come off just onto the rag. Start with a rag every time you play your guitar, or at least every time you're done. Wipe off your fingerboard, your strings. They'll last a little bit longer, and it's not a bad habit to get into. It keeps your guitar looking cleaner overall. The second level of cleaning your fretboard, I know a lot of people say use a razor blade, but this actually works just fine. This is it's a toothpick. You use them to pick your teeth. Build a bridge if you're in science class. Anywho, when you have lots of buildup in here, because this is a softer material, you can just kind of get in and use this to scrape out all that goop that's in there. And it doesn't take very long. This gets a lot of the goop off, which is not terrible. But, you start left with a lot of the rest of the stuff. So, we're going to actually have to go in and let's clean up stuff. But first things first, I actually need access to the strings for this. So this is something to do while you change your strings. When you're cleaning your fingerboard, after you've got the strings off, if you've got heavy soil on the guitar itself, one of the best things you can do is, I'm not going to promote a brand, but it's hand soap. I like the one that cleans ducks and penguins. I'm just going to put just the barest of a drop or a drizzle into some water. Just a wee bit of soap into this much water. How much is this? That much. Grab some paper towels, and we can actually clean off a lot of this goop this way. Let's go. I'm going to take out the saddle, or as some people call it, the bridge nut, and the nut, which is what some people call the head saddle. Yes, I do get those comments. I'm going to just take them off, put them aside, but since I'm going to be doing a bit of a restoration on this, sometimes I'll just put them into the guitar, so that way I can keep it together. To clean off these frets, I've got my soapy water, which we just made earlier. Recipe might be in the comments, but this isn't a cooking show. You can figure out soap and water. I'm just going to dip a little bit, and I'm going to get in here, and you can see how much goop and crud is coming right off of here. And the best part is, because this is ebony, and it's really, really, really dense stuff, you can see the water isn't soaking in. And yes, I could spend a little bit more time, but you can see that the fingerboard is coming cleaner, and this is getting grosser. As this cleans up, come back with a dry cloth, and you'll see that this, it didn't do a perfect job, but this works pretty well. This is not the fastest or the best way. It's a deep, thorough way to clean your fingerboard. What I like, if you're going to be doing this at home, I don't like this next method, and I know a lot of people do it. Using steel wool. You want to use this 4/0 steel wool, which is the finest mesh that you have. You're going to want to get some tape, and I like those blue painter's tape, so I'm just building a little bit of a bridge over the sound hole, so that way nothing falls in, because I don't like rust inside of my cars or my guitars. As you use this and it crumbles away, you're going to actually have a whole bunch of steel bits that fall off. The other thing you're going to want to do is look on both sides of your fingerboard to make sure that you don't have any cracks. Now we've got our steel wool, and this works pretty good for getting that heavy corrosion. That does a pretty fantastic job of brightening it up. although this doesn't account for bad frets. The last way that I recommend cleaning your fingerboard at home is actually using a pencil eraser. These, if you have an extra large pencil eraser or a gum sitting around at home, this works pretty darn well and eventually conforms to your fingerboard and to your frets without a whole lot of fuss and muss. Plus, the rubber bits aren't going to rust things out, and it works pretty well, but it's a little slower going. So you can spend a bunch of time doing this. There's actually a better way that I like doing the frets, and I'm going to show you that in just a moment, but you need a little bit of a special tool and nerves of steel because, you know, risk versus reward. So let's go on over to that machine. My favorite way, and the one that I do to every single guitar that comes through this shop, bar none, is that I use this buffing wheel. This is a Beal wood buff with just a coarse cut rouge. It's cutting bar. This is Ruby's suspended in carnauba wax. I think it's like $15 on Amazon or whatever. Anywho, you want to be careful when you clean it that you only go up one side because this is moving in the downward position, and so if you get too far up, it'll throw the guitar to the ground really fast. So we don't want to do that. So I'm going to load up here, and I'm going to just carefully how's that for a before and after? You can see that this side shines really, really well, and this side is still gross. So this works pretty well, and you know, this one has some heavier soil, so I might come back and check it with the toothpick to get rid of all the extra stuff. But boy, oh boy, what a big difference it makes. So if you want, bring your guitars over to me, buy a set of strings or something like that, go play in our showroom, and I can just do this for you and get your guitar nice and clean. Come on by, give me a call. I've got some great guitars that you'll love. Link is in the description. I'll see you next time. Thanks a bunch, and keep your fingerboard clean. Now, that said, check out this video for how to change your strings, because this is the only way to do it. It'll help you a lot.